The other day, I was sitting across from my cousins and they were having a conversation about people that have lost a lot of weight and who are still thinking of themselves as being overweight. And my cousin proceeded to yell across the room,
Diane, have you experienced body dysmorphia?
Butterflies winging it.
Hello, my name is Diane, and we are butterflies going through life, dodging, empowering, and healing. If you have not yet, please like, comment, hit on that notification bell, and of course, subscribe. I'm going to go ahead and Google what body dysmorphic disorder is. Body dysmorphic disorder is a mental illness involving obsessive focus on a perceived flaw in appearance. The flaw may be minor or imagined, but the person may spend hours a day trying to fix it. The person may try many cosmetic procedures or exercise to excess. Now, when I read this, I am realizing that a lot of us, right, may relate to what I'm going to say now. A lot of you butterflies may understand that at some point we have all experienced some level of body dysmorphia. I had heard of body dysmorphia in the past, and I was always feeling like this is not something I want to ever experience. So before going to my procedure, before having the vertical sleeve gastrectomy, which I mentioned in this video, before going through it, I was worried about body dysmorphia. I was worried to experience it, and my fear actually came true. But as I was saying, now that I'm reading this, I'm realizing that a lot of us have experienced some type of body dysmorphia, and it does not mean that we are ugly. It does not mean that, we are not valid or that our features are terrible. It just means that society sometimes has a way of expressing what is beautiful and what is not, and we get into that train and we want to be part of it. Like, okay, now they're saying this is what's beautiful, let's just do this. Now this is what's that's what's going on now. Now I have a way to trace my eyebrows that is really different from what it used to be. And some stuff I consider, like in your culture, in wherever you come from, some things may be considered extremely beautiful. There are a lot of stuff that are considered beautiful in specific cultures, specific places people come from, that may not be considered beautiful out of those places. And then I was saying, I have experienced some stuff where I'm just like, oh, this is not beautiful, or look at my shape, look at me, and people are like, oh my goodness, this is the most beautiful, you have the most beautiful curves, you have the most, you have this here, this line here, and I think it's so beautiful. Like even my scar, I know my brother is always telling me, oh my goodness, that's like a star, you have a star on your face. Can you imagine having a star on your face? That's so beautiful. But I don't particularly perceive it as being beautiful. So I have experienced, like I've mentioned, I've talked a lot about my insecurities, so I've experienced some levels of body dysmorphia, and I'm sure you guys could talk about it. Even you can comment about how you feel about it, and if you have experienced it, butterflies. I know I have, and I'm sure a lot of people have as well. The most common features people tend to fixate about include the face. Of course, the face has got to come first. It's no surprise. Your nose, your complexion, the size of your lips, the lips, yeah. Wrinkles, acne, yeah. Wrinkles, of course, those, yeah. That, the hair. I know men are really big on that. The hair, I know it can be, even in my family, males have had a lot of issues with hair, so I know how it's a big deal. Hair thinning, even for ladies, when your hair is very light, doesn't look the way you want it to look, your hair Yeah, you're experiencing baldness, you're losing hair. It's just like your skin is everywhere. You know, when you have blemishes, when you have scars, you have veins showing, you have stretch marks. It can make you like, you know, it can make you a little bit obsessive. It may make you feel some type of way about yourself. And you know, your muscles, yeah, are they firm enough? Are they toned, you know? I mean, I'm not making fun of anyone. I'm not making fun of butterflies because I'm one of them. I've experienced the struggle, and the struggle is real, guys. The struggle is so real. Your breast, is it big enough? Is it small enough? Is it too big? Is it too saggy? Is it plumpy enough? Can you say plumpy enough? Is it curvy enough? Is it, yeah? Do they look perfect, right? Mine looks so good. No, that's not what I mean. You know, is my breast looking right? Am I fitting nicely in my dress? Is it yeah, you know, we sometimes, like, we stress about this. We can make this, you know, we can be looking at this like all day, all hours of the day, trying to figure out how to make it work, how to make it more beautiful. Should we have surgery? Should we not? You know. And of course, our genitalia. You know, show me what you're working with down there. Yes, that is a big deal.
Big gel down there, you know.
Whatever, you know. Yeah, that can really, and I'm sure it's for men and women. Is this a big deal when you don't feel it looks right? So you are like, you know, you're staring at the mirror and you just like, you know, you're trying to figure out how, like, you know, what can I do? You know, there's a lot going on around, and there's a lot to stress about. But we can, of course, we have to mind our health, not only physical health, we've got to mind our mental health. So we need to be careful with how far we go with those thoughts. And you know, we always have to worry about whatever makes us happy. And of course, doing it for you is for your happiness, so you don't have to worry about anybody else. Like, sometimes you've got to do the when someone is telling you, oh, you don't look right, your hair does not look right. You're like, you know, your eyebrows don't look right. Your face, you've got wrinkle. I'm not about that life. I'm not about that life. I'm not about Listen, we are forever happy. Happy butterflies, happy butterflies, happy life, happy butterflies, happy life, happy. Today I will talk about my weight loss. Of course, again, it's gonna come back a lot, I can tell, because it's an issue, and it's a lot of things that people don't always talk about. I remember when I had lost about 30-40 pounds, I was really getting to that place where I was worried. I was just like, every time I would look at myself on the mirror, I didn't think that I had lost weight. I knew I had changed a lot because my clothes were very baggy, I mean really big, and I was still feeling like I had not lost weight. And I don't know if it was so much of a feeling. It was me looking at myself and not seeing that I had lost any weight. But then for some reason, even back then, I was starting to develop a lot of awareness before I actually got into a coma, because that's when it just went like shh. But yeah, I was starting to develop a lot of awareness about myself. So I was just in that, I was starting to feel like I was being trapped. It's almost like, you know, somebody that has bulimia, somebody that's anorexic is telling you that, you know, you're just like, but you are dying. Just wake up, get out of that state, get out of that feeling of you are big because you're already extremely small, and they just don't know how to get out of it. I have experienced different states. I've experienced different feelings. I have gone through a lot. I've been through anorexia. I have been through bulimia. So I know a lot of those feelings. It's more like you are trapped, like you are in a cell, and you are trapped. You're all by yourself in a cell, and nobody can get you out of there unless you are ready to absorb, you're ready to listen, and you are ready to free yourself, basically, because it's all happening within. So it doesn't matter what people tell you when you are in that state, unless you're ready to release, or you find that person that is, you feel is helping you, that knows maybe a little pathway somewhere in your mind or wherever. that can actually help you get out of it. It's like people who are smoking, you're like, why don't you stop, it's killing you, and you think that maybe in a couple of days or maybe in a month they will stop. No, it's a real struggle, just like weight is, just like eating becomes, it's like some sort of addiction where you just don't know how to step out of it. And as I was aware that I was actually experiencing it, I was looking at myself. I thought I was extremely fat and I got worried, but then I was aware that I was actually getting into some sort of a tunnel, which was going to be dark if I just kept going there. If I kept walking, it was going to get darker and darker. I was aware that I was getting into that place because I was like, why am I looking at myself and I don't feel beautiful? Why am I looking at myself and I still feel extremely fat? I still feel disgusting. Okay, is something wrong with my eyes? Am I not seeing what people are seeing? I'm dressing nicely, but then there is that feeling that I'm still too fat, and I'm just like, oh, like, and I was going back to like hitting my body, like, I don't like you, I don't like these arms, they're so huge, I don't like these thighs, I don't like my tummy. Everything is just disgusting. Right now I'm feeling for all those people that are experiencing it now, and I'm only hoping that they can get out of it. It doesn't even matter at what level they are in their weight loss, if they're currently losing weight or even if they're not losing weight. I really believe that you can love your body at any shape. You can love your body even if you're aware that, okay, you need to lose weight, you need to do better, you need to eat better, but you still love yourself while going through those phases. So it's really important, butterflies, that no matter what you're experiencing right now, you are still in love with your body, in love with your face, your eyes, you're just in love with yourself. That's how I feel. To know what it's like to love someone else, you've got to love yourself. To know real love, you've got to really, really take the time to open up and just fall in love with you. And then it's easier to give to someone else because you have so much, to share. I started to get into that state. Let's go back to what we're talking about. I just get so carried away. I was getting into that state where I wasn't loving myself, although I had done something major, having this procedure, which a lot of people are scared of having. I went in and I had it, and it was a big deal. Like, even this, like, all the exams that you have to go through, all the tests you have to do, and this and da. In the beginning, I didn't know I was gonna get through everything that needed to be done, and I was able to do that. Although I went through everything I needed to go through, actually everything is going well. I'm not sick. I'm losing weight, and I'm not happy. I'm getting to that place where I'm extremely unhappy, and I have to basically step out of myself and examine everything again. I don't know if it's pride and ego is playing a role too, or you just looking at people perception of you, what you think people are thinking of you because of the reflection, or it's a mirror thing effect where what you think of yourself is what is what you think people think of you, when it's really not always the case. People are not always thinking that you look bad or that you are fat. A lot of times I was thinking, oh no, I'm fat, I'm big, what are people gonna think? I had this big procedure. Am I even gonna lose weight? I kept searching, am I gonna lose weight? Am I losing enough? Am I losing fast enough? I was really getting into a really bad space, and I was worried. I was like, I'm probably gonna stop losing weight. So the beginning was really hard for me, and I thought that my thighs were extremely large. My stomach was still too big. What is happening? Am I ever going to lose that weight? Although it was obvious that I was losing a lot of weight, but my eyes were failing me, or was it my mind failing me? So there were many questions there. But then at some point I kind of started to let go of it, because I knew it wasn't serving me. I knew it was not going to be helpful. So I just decided that I needed to step out of myself and examine things and just do what's right for me. Just having healthy habits, like daily habits, where that was not going to fail me. A healthier lifestyle was never going to fail me. So going on my bike rides, going on my walks, going on my going swimming, just I started to really get into a I got back into a very active life, because I had always been active, but at some point it was just on and off a lot. But this, I started to do it even more, and I started to feel even better about myself. I started to feel better about my choices, and this probably be the same with you. And it's always good, of course, to spend a lot of time by yourself, to spend a lot of time with yourself, to connect again with yourself. There's so much going on outside. There are so many things that will make you forget about you, forget to take care of you, that you can get so carried away by things that are not gonna help you. So sometimes you just let go of, like, friends, family, this person bugging you, people calling you nonstop, and you just examine you. You just appreciate yourself, and appreciate how much you give to yourself and how much you give to other people, because all of that is part of what makes us feel down, that makes us feel horrible, that makes us feel sad about ourselves. It's because we think that we're not giving enough. We are not good enough. How are people going to feel about this, and blah blah blah. And it's an accumulation of all that make us not be thankful for waking up in the morning and breathing that beautiful air, and just just loving us. So I understand the struggle is real. Like I said, I know what it's like to be backed up in a little cell. This is a cell in your mind. Like, you feel like you're in jail and you don't know a way to possibly get out. I know that feeling where you are all alone. It's like a misshape. It's like a deformation in your mind. The perception, the way you're using your eyes, your vision, is just, I guess your vision is part of what's going on in here. However you perceive reality is part of what goes on in your mind. Basically, when you're seeing certain things certain ways, because here there is something that may be off, or something that's extremely beautiful that makes you see things as extremely beautiful, or something is extremely not so right, or not kind of messed up, and it makes you see things as horrible as so we have our mental health. I'll keep saying it. Our mindset, our mental health is extremely important. And of course, I always believe that we can all do better. We can do better and I always think that better starts with me. If I do better with me, if I do better with myself, I'm in a better space. I'm going to be able to provide that for other people around me. So it always starts with you. Do not forget that, butterflies. Feel better, heal, and do never underestimate the power of the light within you.